The last 70 years have seen great advances in the way we consume media. With television, you either watched it live or hoped to catch it in a rerun. Starting in the 80s, video stores allowed audiences to rent movies. Then companies would send them straight to their homes.
If you're busy like me, going to the video store is a hassle. With Netflix, just make a list of the movies you want to see. And in about one business day, you'll get 3 delivered to your house. Keep them as long as you want, without late fees.
Now we're in the age of streaming.
Roku is the simplest way to stream entertainment to your TV, the way you want.
There's a box, there's a remote, and instantly you have access to over 1,000 channels.
With so many options, which do people choose?
Netflix just as my number one.
Hulu on the Xbox or via like NFL streams or NBA streams on Reddit.
Foot Locker, 123 Movies.
Use Amazon like Prime Video on my computer.
Streaming gives consumers vast freedom to select and choose what they want to watch, or so it seems. Media is a business and fits in perfectly with our capitalistic society. In the 80s, 90% of media was owned by 50 companies. By 2011, that number dropped to 6. Today, it's dispersed between 5, with the recent acquisition of Fox by Disney.
Primary concern of someone who studies this is diversity of voices, diversity of content, because even though it seems like a lot now, the path of history shows us eventually there is dramatic consolidation.
The big powerhouse to watch today is Disney, owner of Marvel, Star Wars, 21st Century Fox, National Geographic, and coming soon, its own streaming service. This will effectively remove their content from various other platforms. How will this affect the consumer?
It also just kind of sucks because then for people who do want to just watch the occasional one, you don't really want to have to pay for that.
Minimizes my options as a consumer where if Disney jacks up the prices because they have all these super cool shows that everyone wants to watch, it's frustrating as a consumer because that lessens the appeal of other competing brands.
Do you think that it is kind of intimidating to know that a corporation can have this much power in today's economy?
I think the more stuff they acquire and the bigger foothold they get in that market, the worse everyone is going to be in the long run.
To actually understand the dynamics of the money changing hands and who actually has the right to demand so much for this content, that's trickier.
Pretty much every time I see something that I think is kind of problematic, I can kind of link it to them. Just their whole acquisition method goes beyond media.
As a consumer of that, I think that people are still gonna buy into it just because it is the way that the media and the way our pop culture is trending.
But where are we headed? What should we know as active consumers?
There are people that make content. There are people that distribute content. And we tend to conflate all of the above. So you have to see who has the distribution rights, because those are the people with tremendous power.
However, the distinction between creation and distribution is blurring. With services such as Netflix, Amazon Studios, and Disney Plus producing and distributing its own content, the public may be more confused than ever as to how to follow the money.
As things come in-house, that shifts those dynamics quite a bit because then exclusivity becomes the dominant theme. And if exclusivity is the theme, it will make consumers have to have 4 or 5 different things.
As it is, a great number of people subscribe to multiple streaming services. In the end, is the cost worth what we receive?
I think that it really is worth it when you have a group of friends that you can do a plan with, like a family plan, because I'll do it with some friends and we all put in a few dollars each month.
I do feel like it's worth it for the initial couple years that you're within it.
Probably not, because I think I do it pretty sporadically where I'll watch a ton of shows all kind of at once and then I won't watch anything for a month.
Convenience is the main thing we pay for. People think it's about shows, but I think a lot of it is the easier it is to get to it, the more likely we are to keep paying for it. Once they make it difficult, then we shy away.